Hello, good evening, everyone. So today we have a renewed graphologist with us, a well-known mind coach, Veena Puppala, and welcome to this Veena Puppala talk show. So today we have our ma'am Veena Puppala. So ma'am, hi ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
So hope you are doing good.
Yeah.
Okay. And ma'am, what is the idea behind knowing graphology?
So first of all, it's more of like knowing our mindset by seeing our writing. Graphology means just knowing yourself by seeing your writing. We can do analysis by using graphology so that we can know like how the person is thinking and what is the thinking pattern they have, what is the plus and minus they have, and what is the capabilities they have. We can analyze like everything about the person just by seeing their writing. So that concept is called as a graphology.
Okay. So, ma'am, is there anything related to psychology with graphology? Because as you told, we can know a person's mentality and all. So, is
Yeah.
there any connection between graphology and psychology?
Yeah, so yeah, it's a very good question, I can say, because in psychology, what happened, like if we approach a counselor, they just give us a bunch of questions, ask us a bunch of questions, understand us in a better way. Later on, they'll just give us some options. We need to choose that options. That is the pattern of psychology. So
Okay.
in graphology, what we do, just by seeing their writing, we can understand them and we can just give them options, whatever they have. Like it's more of like giving them suggestions and they need to make the decision. And we'll give them more clarity. It is more of psychology and graphology, both the same. But the format is little different. So there it will be more like standard format. We'll ask them questions and know about them better. And it will be like 4 to 5 sessions to understand them in a better way. But in the graphology, in the first day itself, just by seeing their writing, we can understand them. And we can give them therapies and counseling format through graphology as well. It's both the same, but it's more of like, that's a standard format we follow. Here, just by seeing their writing, we can analyze them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, how do you came to know about graphology and all, ma'am?
Yeah, like it's a story. There is a saying by Steve Jobs, we can't connect our future, we can only connect our past. Really affected, like replicable in my life. When I was in my 9th standard in 2008, one of the person came to my school. It was a study over time, and he said like, I can tell anything about you, whether you are good or bad, or whether you have a good reading skills or not, like everything. I thought like that won't happen, and he said that word about graphology, and which really makes me so curious to know more about it. I thought it was not true because I was not familiar with that thing, and I thought it won't be true. But due to the curiosity, I just motivated my group of friends, and we just went for that class. So fortunately, I have my sample with me at that time. I just showed him, and he told like all the pointers about me, like I'm so creative, and I'm a, like a smart doing person. All those pointers, which I already know about myself, and I was really shocked. But I never thought I will be in this field, to be honest. Later on, after 3 years, again in my engineering second year, in my college days, there will be a fest called Surabhi. For that Surabhi, one of the person came to take their sessions on the graphology. It is more of like workshop format. So I was more, I know about graphology before, so I thought like, we need to give it a try. And there is a tie between this nail art and graphology. A bunch of my friends want to go to the nail art, and I was more interested to graphology. And I said them, if you go to the graphology classes, it will be very useful in your interview process. I just said like that. I never mean it. I just used it in that way. So later on, I just went there, and the class was not up to the mark. I really felt bad about the class. Later, I just started studying myself, and I took the person who came. One of the person who came to take the session, I just took her contact and I went personally and I learned. Later on, what my friends, this is gonna help you in an interview process, which increase your weightage of the resume. That's what exactly happened for me. I just shared all the details about graphology. I said like it is my strength, and the interviewer was everyone really loves to know about themselves. So she was so happy to know about herself, and it's really increased my impression on her. So then I started this teaching graphology, where if any person is a little bit fear towards interview, or anyone is not comfortable to speak in English, I thought this is gonna help them. So I started teaching like students and giving awareness of the graphology. So that's how I got to know, and I was so blessed to have that graphology in my life. Yeah.
And ma'am, how graphology has impacted your life, and how you used it for yourself in your life?
Yeah. So as I mentioned before, in 2008, when a person came to the school, the story I said before, what happened exactly at the point of time? He just shared a Mahatma Gandhi signature, and he said, this is the perfect signature. You need to write like this. I don't know, subconsciously, it just stored in my head somewhere. I'm not so conscious about it, but I practice the same sign. So today, what I am, maybe the changes I done in my signature, I feel like that, because I changed my pattern of the signature, I became an entrepreneur today. And I understood how the people behave, and I understood myself in a better way. I usually have a fear to speak in English because of my background of Telugu medium. If any seminar is there, if any classes which is related to speaking in English, I usually bunk the classes literally, because I have so much fear, like shivering the legs, sweating, all those things. And the interview is the only process we need to speak in English. But fortunately, I just took the decision to learn graphology. That made me to increase my confidence, because I understood myself better way and do some of the changes in my handwriting, where I improved my confidence levels. So whenever the person approached me, I just tell them the report in English. In that way, also my communication skills improved. So I could say I can't be the person whatever I am right now without graphology. So I need to. I have so much gratitude towards graphology. It's like a god, I can say, graphology for me, because it just turned my life. And I also created a platform called MultiArts because of this graphology only. So whatever I'm today, I 100% contribute that to the graphology.
Wow.
Yeah.
And ma'am, how graphology will help a person, like an individual? As a person, like from your side, how you can help a person through this graphology?
Yeah, like there are so many questions if I say about the graphology. If any person approaches me, they ask, my handwriting differs from situation to situation, all these factors. It is true, a person's handwriting change based upon the situation and based upon the things you learn. Because if you're changing as a person, definitely will change. Your handwriting also change. It's more like directly proportional. If you do some changes in your behavior, definitely your handwriting change. And we can do inverse mechanism here, where you can change your handwriting and you can change as a person to the outside world. So this is more of like time-taking process, but it's really going to help an individual to change themselves in a better way. If you're willing to change, but things are not really supporting you, or if you plan something, but you're not able to make it out because of some XYZ reasons. And if your environment is not up to the mark, and it is not supportive, it is not encouragement for you, then this graphology, if you're following some patterns and some changes in your writing, and if you're just practicing it daily, writing affirmations in a positive writing, that's going to really help you out and make things happen in a better way. Everything, if you just observe, if you have strong will, it will happen. So to have everything, even subconsciously, to have everything positively, this handwriting going to help you to be more positive-minded person subconsciously. So if you put some of the parameters by using graphology in your writing, that's going to help you to have strong positive mindset. Yeah. This practice also make you better.
Okay. So, ma'am, is it suitable for every age group and in every stages of life of a person? Like, which
Yeah.
stages of people can start learning graphology or start using a graphology?
So I could say I got to know about graphology when I was like 14 in 2008. So I can say that will be the better age. But I just started analyzing and experimenting with the students. Even they are in a sixth class. Sixth class means in the age of 11 or something like that. Still, they just attended graphology sessions and they understood much better. So I could say 10 above will be the best age to start, and there won't be any end factor. We have an age group of 70 who is learning graphology. He's my student. He is into psychology field. He's interested into this graphology. So he's just learning with me. I can say like above 10 to so on, like whatever the age you are into, you can fit for the graphology. So the only thing you need to have to learn graphology is the passion towards it. That's it. Nothing else. So if you have
Okay.
passion, you can.
Okay. So, ma'am, what is graphology report?
Yeah, graphology report is a thing like in graphology we have specific things where we do check up on a handwriting sample. Based upon a handwriting sample and based upon a graphology checkpoints, we just create a report how the person behavior is there and what is the pros and cons. It will be more of like personality report of the person by seeing their writing. It will be more accurate whether the person has temper or not, or whether the person has concentration or not, whether the person has listening skills or not. And I could say here the report differs from person to person. Let's say if the student is asking the report, we'll just focus on specific parameters which is related to concentration and also listening skills and also memory and the reading techniques how the student is having. If it is a parenting stuff, then we'll go deeper about what is the parenting style the parent is using towards the kid, all these parameters. If it is a compatibility report for the business partner, for the life partner, we'll just combine each of the reports and give them what is the suitable points they have in each other. Let's say there is a life partner where he is more introvert and she is more extrovert. If we explain them towards that, it's okay to be an introvert, it's okay to be an extrovert, but try to understand each other. So which really makes them better understanding and have a peaceful life instead of having issues in the marriage life and the business life. We'll make them understand and ask them to come to the same point. By graphology, we can do that. Yeah.
Interesting, ma'am. And ma'am, till now, how many people have you been helped through graphology, ma'am?
I could say like specifically about the counseling, where when I was like a student, so many students, juniors of mine initially approached me and they are more keen about the marriage they're going to have, whether it is a love marriage or arranged marriage. So I just guide them in a better way. Just focus on the goals. Girls are going to come or boys are going to come into life. It's not the stage or the situation you are right now to chase behind the partner. There will be a time you can't skip that time. Even your parents give the space, think about the partner. So wait until that. And I just gave them some of the remedies which helped them to improve themselves, the confidence levels. Some of my students told like after joining graphology sessions, they improved their confidence levels. They understand themselves in a better way. So if there is anything, they got more clarity towards the decision making, and they improved their problem solving skills. All these things they told me. And also one of the important thing, I usually get some of the calls which is related to more of stress and anxiety sometimes. So there is a person where he's like almost 65 at the age group, he's like that. So he was into more depression and stress. What happened exactly? He went to many hospitals, he's getting panic attacks, all the CT scan, MRI scan, all done, but nothing happened. Because for the stress, there is no cure. We do have medicine, but it's gonna take time. It's not like immediate cure. So through my sessions, I helped him within the 2 sessions, he just got to know. In the first session, it was so intense session. I just took his sample and just understood the pattern of his thinking and explained him the problems and challenges he has, and I gave some remedies. As I mentioned, like I was mindful, so I just gave him some remedies about the breathe in and breathe out, as well as some remedies about the handwriting. So after my sessions, he really felt better, and all that panic situation and panic attacks got reduced. This is one of the best thing happened for me, as well as if someone has issues in their marriage life, so I gave them remedies through graphology, and they also settled down, and the disturbance got reduced between the marriage couple. So these are the best services I gave through graphology. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, is it more useful to parents or it is more useful for children or the students?
To be honest, it is useful for everyone, but my focus area is to the students, because I just started my graphology journey when I was a student, and I took the help of graphology. I increased my confidence levels as well as communication skills, and it also helped me in my interview process. So my main focus is on the students. Yeah, it will be helpful for the parents as well, for sure. There is a separate course altogether, parenting graphology formula, where how parenting gonna improve and what is the parenting style they are using. Even it's also, I'm just checking myself as a parent. I'm just checking my sample, whether I'm so irritative or so authoritative, or whether I'm so cool and chill mother. I'm just checking myself. So if anything is so much repetitive, I try to change myself. If so much irritation is there, I just try to cut down those type of strokes and all. So it's gonna help both, but I could say I can serve students right away because I have more hands on it. In parenting stuff, I'm really working on it right now. So it's gonna help both of them. I serve more students because I have that my skin into that particular sector. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, are you taking it in a course format? Have interest towards graphology and all?
Yeah, like before COVID, I usually go to the schools and colleges, and I created a course called Graphology Beginners Course, and I usually create an awareness about graphology and basic analysis they're gonna do. Later on, like some of the people are really interested to learn this course with me, so I just created a course on my own, which is there of the layers like beginners, basic, and advanced. So there will be a 3 levels, which will be beginners, basic, and advanced, and the 4th level is like more level up, which gonna be more R&D type of stuff for the graphology. I'm looking forward to have a vision to spread so many people. So I created another level, which is more of R&D, how we can do more analysis, more deeper approach, and those all are parameters in the level. So it is a course-wise format. You can just try with the beginners if you want to try. Later on, if you feel interested towards this, if you feel this course is going to help you out, or you can help others as well, you can try with basic and advanced. It is more of like filtration process. You can't directly jump into the advanced. You need to follow the process and steps. Yeah, we do have a course on this.
Okay. Like, how do you feel, ma'am, whenever you went to a school and interact with children? How do you feel? Like, is it helpful for them or not?
I mean, with me or with the students?
Like, you observe, right? You observe the students and you just help them through graphology. So,
Yeah.
have you seen children changing their mindset after you telling them it's not right or it's not correct?
Yeah.
Like, how do we address them? Is it correct or wrong in that way?
Yeah, I got that. So, yeah, whenever I approach a school, I just feel myself, I'm sitting in front of there and watching that. That's what happened with me. So just go to the long back 10 years and get back, and I think how I was excited when someone came and said about the graphology. And I could say graphology change is gonna come, but it's more of like focused changes, where my intention here is to spread the graphology and make them understand how their writing reflect about themselves. I'll just give them some of the remedies which gonna help them out to increase the focus and all. So I could say example here. whenever I approached the school, there was a student. She is very poor in social, especially. She was like 10th standard. So I just gave her some technique as well as with the graphology combination. She just scored 95% of the marks once I am done with my sessions. And so many people also responded me, even they improved themselves in the math and Telugu and so on subjects. If they are weak in particular subject, I just gave them some remedies with the graphology as well as some pointers they need to work on, and it really helped them. In the long run, I could say I never thought I would be in the field whenever I was like a student. I just listened with the curiosity. Then later on, if I just look back and check the connections, we never know what's going to be our future. So what we can do, whatever the opportunity knocking your door, just grab it and use it. We never know how it's going to turn later on. So that's what I recommend to every student. Not only about graphology, if any person is approaching a student and giving the pointers to work on themselves, I recommend them to attend all the classes. Coming to the graphology, it really helped them, as I mentioned, for the social, maths, and Telugu in this way, in the educational way. I could stand the live example, me sitting in front of you. It really helped me and transformed me so that I became an entrepreneur myself. And I also worked for 5 years in one of the MNC. So in this way, graphology may help you in all the aspects, in education, in personal life, in professional career as well. Yeah.
Okay, like, are you happy with graphology, or you are happy with that MNC, or you are happy with like being an entrepreneur and all?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Even I just whenever I got placed and went to the job, the only thing I focused more on to approach HRs and ask them, I know graphology. Is there any openings for me by using this graphology? I really want to work with people like a HR. I just approached them, where I can help people with my skill, which is very unique. Later on, I just helped my colleagues. Some are into depression. Like I was into more of this graphology report analysis and giving them guidance. They are super seniors than me in the workspace. They still, I just helped them in all the aspects, which is a personal space. You can't give your best in professional space if your personal space is not comfortable or it's with a disturbed zone. So I just start pointing a personal space with the graphology so that their productivity increased and they just felt so relaxed. Still, I'm working as a tester. I also work more of graphologist in my MNC. In working space also, I started taking report analysis there. Later on, by taking some off from the office, and I went to the schools and colleges in the weekends. I never start journey of the graphology. And these MultiArts also created because of the graphology only. So I will feel so proud, and my roots are more about graphology. All the remaining things are added flavors. So I love to be like a graphologist instead of entrepreneur, instead of working associate in MNC. I like myself to be a graphologist. Yeah.
So, ma'am, how do you balance both graphology and MultiArts? Is it difficult for you? Is it not difficult?
To be honest, it was very difficult in the initial days because it's more of time what you're putting into. And what happened when I was so much into the classes, the only ending point for the MultiArts is the graphology, nothing else, in 2020 as well. So one person came and I just increased my sessions on the graphology. The only revenue stream for the MultiArts was graphology at that time. So I don't know what happened. My son, in 2021, my son just got some skin rashes, which was where I'm not able to take any classes. I want to completely focus on him and take care of him. At that time, graphology is more of like taking sessions slightly like this, where I need to put more efforts, even though I think, but I need to be live here. I need to be more, I can't be on a space where this stuff. So I need to be so intense type of teaching. So because of that break, I focused more on the MultiArts. It's more of like thinking, and I don't want to be in a personal space, or maybe even the disturbed environment, it works for me. I'll just go so deeping whenever I'm thinking. And nothing disturbs me. Even though I'm in the crowd, it's okay for me to think. But I can't take classes in the crowd. That's the biggest challenge. What was there for me. So that break in July 2021, it took a 1-year break from the graphology. I just stopped all the classes for the graphology. Later on, multi-arts became, all the arts became a good ending. I could say now I'm able to manage both hand by hand, because of that break, I created all the patterns. Initially, it was very challenging. Once the pattern is created, it's very simple to follow. The pattern creation is the biggest challenge. So it was done in that break. Now I'm able to handle both. It's very cool for me. It's okay to deal with. More challenging is dealing with myself. So these two things are a little bit better. Yeah, so both are good now.
So, ma'am, does graphology makes a person stronger or more confident? Like you told, I have become more confident after taking up this graphology and all. So, if a person is too weak to take emotions, or if a person is too weak to take anything, like the feelings from others or all, so do this graphology help them?
Yeah, it's a very good question, I can say. To be honest, in every life there will be ups and downs. In every life, it's a process of life. They won't be so up, they won't be so down. But the point is how much down you're going and how much time it is taking for you to come up. This is the thing we need to really work on. So graphology, I could say, if the person is writing T bars downwards, that means the person has low self-esteem. Even the person think about themselves, I'm not worth enough to do the things, I'm so unlucky. It's all about what you think, what you get. So that's what my standard saying I believe in. Wherever your thoughts go, your energy will flow. If you feel about bad negativity about yourself, that's going to happen. So if you eventually working on your handwriting through your T bars, if you increase that, I'm not saying immediately if you just write it today, tomorrow you're going to get on this, that never going to happen. It's going to be a process. It's going to be stages. If you keep on working on yourself through graphology, through outside sources, you can reach your destination quickly. I could say within a span of 2 years, I just changed myself, bunking the seminar classes to giving the seminar, almost like 1,700 people before. So I just observed the change in me because of, I know graphology, so I just done some changes on the T-bars. Eventually I got changes in me. You could see myself how I'm speaking English right now. If something is there in English means I usually feel so fear to speak. I never take any classes of the English. All this confidence and the pattern of speaking, whatever I have right now, is because of the changes I've done in my writing. It's gonna happen, but it's gonna take time a little bit. And you need to have patience. There itself, you started learning patience and observing skills. And I could say it's very, very challenging to change your writing because you're changing a subconscious pattern. It's very easy to get back to your old writing, whatever you have. If you change it, if you want to decide to change it, you need to be more conscious of you are writing. So for that, we have specific patterns where you can be more conscious and practicing on it, then definitely it's going to change. And this is one of the parameter I could say, and it's going to increase a person's confidence and communication skills for sure if you're working on it consciously. Yeah.
Okay. How much time does it take to change a person's mindset? Is it months, years, or?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I can ask you a question. How much time it's going to take to become fit?
Basically, it takes 1 year, or the time we invest. Every day we need to be consistent for that, right?
Yeah, true. And how can we can decide like it's going to take 3 months, 2 months, or 1 year, something like that. But I could say it's completely depends upon the person to person. If I'm not going to the gym, if I'm not cutting down my carbs and I'm just eating more junk, it's never going to happen for me. The only intention to become fit doesn't work. We need to work outside as well. Same way deals with handwriting. We need to be more conscious. And I could say the maximum period will be like, the minimum period will be like 6 months. Maximum, it depends upon the person. If you're able to look up yourself and working with your handwriting as well as the outside world, things start changing. And trust me on this thing, not only graphology, if you are changing something which is you're doing in a regular way, it's very challenging. All things happens only at that time. You don't feel good. Some people really discourage you to do that. Some people may pull your legs down, or you feel you're just pulling yourself down. All these things happen in your head because you just started to change yourself. Same thing applicable for the gym as well. One day you go, second day you feel you just get body pains, you don't want to go. Someday you just want to eat out, you're just getting so much cravings to eat. All these things happen with the handwriting as well. So if you just decided strongly in your head, then only the transformation happens. So graphology will be the source, just like a gym, swimming, whatever the yoga we have. So graphology is one of the instruments which gonna help your mindset. We have so many instruments like NLP, meditation, like mindfulness. In the same pattern, we have graphology, which is a handwriting style. So it's all about how you're using it and what is the effective level you are using it and how you can mold yourself. It differs from person to person. I could say like minimum and maximum. Maximum is going to be based upon the person. Minimum you can just have like 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. So does it help to a person who really wants to be consistent but he is unable to be?
It's gonna help them out for sure. I can say examples here. Let's say I just started to change myself to be consistent on doing some task particularly. I know myself I want to do that. That is a constructive side of myself. There is another side in me as well, which is a destructive side, which gives me ideas, just chill, you can do it tomorrow. Or else you've already done so much, just relax yourself. So all these thoughts are coming in your head. So if you write down affirmations in a positive writing way, whenever you're feeling like that, you can just practice the graphology analysis and graphotherapy, which is going to help you out to build this type of thoughts. You're going to get thoughts. It's all about what you're doing when you get the thought. Are you quitting it? Are you continuing it? Are you taking a break and starting it? Are you just giving excuses and go on? So to reduce those thinking patterns, which is a destructive side of you, handwriting graphology is going to help you out in that way. Where you can write your goals in a positive writing. You can write some affirmations in a positive writing. So as I mentioned, graphology will be a one-off tool which is going to help you out to avoid those destructive side in you. Yeah, I can't say avoid, I can say prevent. We can't avoid it. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, in this generation, many people are like in a younger age, they are addicting to like smoking, alcohol, and all. So, do this also help them, ma'am? Like, do this helpful for them?
It's not about the younger generation. It was there from older. It was there from long back. It's not came so sudden. It just came from the tradition. So everyone like to just put a younger tag and like to help them out so that they can feel so good because we're helping the younger generation. But to be honest here, all the young generation, whatever learning, it came from the tradition. It was not created something like that. So there was older people, even there are people who are in my father's age, still they are into addiction. There are so many people. But the point here is, if you're a teenager, why more specific about younger generation? If the person is a teenager, that's a more growing age. All the hormones in your body are growing at that point of time. If you affect yourself due to the smoking or alcohol, you really can't able to handle it. So that's why there will be more indirect focus on the younger generation. I could say the same way, if the person is willing to change, graphology going to help them as well. It's going to be a tool. It's almost like fitting, just being to be fit. If the person is not willing to be fit, nothing can go and help them. No yoga, like no treadmill, nothing. So same parameter happen here. If the person is willing to change, in brackets, they're gonna change by using graphology. It's more of like mind game. You're gonna manage yourself through graphology, and you can just I could say you can just do a reverse mechanism where you can just put some of the instructions in your mind where you can hold up yourself. So graphology is gonna be one of the tools to understand yourself better, and if you do some homework on it, it's gonna help you out for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, what are some suggestions you really wanted to give people as a graphologist?
Okay. So the one suggestion I want to give for the people is if you have a positive mindset in your head, even though the negative things gonna happen for sure, but the intents of negativity gonna decrease. It's not you don't get any negativity. It's a false statements. If anyone is giving you that in any field, if anyone's saying you don't get negativity if you do this, that's a false statement. Life is a pattern of failure and success. If you're gonna do something gonna work for you good, something may not. That's okay. But the main intention for me is as a graphologist, how much intense you are going towards that negativity, or how much intense you are thinking about the failures. So if you just learn it and just keep on moving, definitely it's going to help you. Graphology make you understand yourself in a better way. What is the qualities you have and where you want to work, and what is the handwriting reflecting about yourself, and how you are seeing about yourself, and how you are thinking others want to see you. All these parameters gonna analyze in handwriting so that you can understand yourself better way, where you can make better decisions and more clarity with more peace of mind. If you understand what you are thinking yourself internally and what you want to think about others are thinking about you, if you understand these two differences, then definitely it's going to help you. It's all about what you want to be and what others is expecting from you. If you understand that difference, and if you understand what, if you don't care too much about what others is thinking and where to care about others, if you just got to know about that thin line, your life gonna be very better and you can have a very quality lifestyle. So my intention and mission is to create a lab graphologist where they can help people to have a quality lifestyle by using graphology. So this is the main mission I have as a graphologist and mind coach. And I just want to serve people to have a quality lifestyle where even though they are getting challenges and issues, how to fix them up and how to make them so happy and to be a pleasant lifestyle. Yeah, this is the main, I could say, the vision I have towards graphology.
Okay. So very interesting things today I have learned, ma'am. So more informative knowledge you have, like you have more knowledge about graphology, and you have been very much experienced in this field, right? So I felt that as Gandhiji told, if you want to see the change, be the change. I understood that from your life, ma'am. So it was nice speaking with you, ma'am.
Thank you for asking very good questions about graphology, and it was a nice interaction with you as well. Hope we have long episodes. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.